to Holy Vanilla, where we talk about vanilla Christianity in America today. Not the spicy chocolate Christians, not the interesting strawberry Christians, just the plain vanilla Christians. Story time. Back in the 1980s and 90s, within a large percentage of rural and suburban America, it was not cool to be gay or act gay. Going further, if you were a non-gay guy, you had to look and act full-blown heterosexual male, or your friends would look at you in a threatening way. And when they looked at you this way, if you didn't man up quickly in how you looked and sounded, they would either look at you like they were going to beat you up, or they would tell other people that you were gay, and that would make those other people not want to hang out with you anymore. I personally have never been a threatening guy, and I've never enjoyed making fun of people, but I didn't stop it either, and therefore I played along. The crazy thing is, with the exception of a couple of people the first 21 years of my life, nobody I knew was even close to being gay. Yet, I witnessed this beat you up charade many times in my life. I can only imagine how many other times this was playing out in other areas of the country. I say all of that to set the stage for my story. Now, let's rewind our CDs back to 1994-ish. Take the aforementioned attitude towards gays and put that smack dab in the middle of the Bible Belt in a mid-sized, very traditional Christian conservative town. If gay wasn't good during this era of America, it really wasn't good in a town like this. Definitely good, solid, and caring people, but gays in the middle of the Bible Belt did not mix. And yes, I am aware that when we all look back to that era, there were probably more gay people out there than we gave credit for at the time. But it was definitely don't ask, don't tell. I worked in a drugstore in an affluent area of this Christian conservative town. I worked there during my college years, and it allowed me to pay cash for my 4-year degree. I was always very proud of that. And it was a fun place to work, always meeting new people. Most of the customers were normal and considerate. Many others were challenging, and a few we avoided as soon as they walked into the store. And a handful of them played a role in changing my life forever. One day I was stalking the seasonal aisle towards the front of the store. I don't remember which holiday it was now. I was about 21 years old. I noticed a white guy, skinny, and about my age, walking slowly and shyly towards me. I was the only one on that aisle, and the way he would look down, then at me, then down again, I think most anyone would agree something different was about to go down. As he finished his awkward walk and got within talking distance, I put on my drugstore employee hat and asked him the magic retail question. "Can I help you?" He shyly said something to the effect, "I've seen you in here working before. I wanted to come say hello and ask if you would like to do something together sometime." Now, in a retail environment, you're used to being asked unexpected things, but I was not expecting this. Guys just didn't approach other guys and ask that kind of thing during this time. And the look in his eye, with the nervousness in his voice, along with some other details, I could tell this was something deeper for him than just wanting to be friends. I wondered for a quick second if this was one of those reclusive, mousy Christians with not so good social skills, but I knew those types and this wasn't it. As soon as he asked me that question, and I had a moment to take in the surreality of the moment, something hit my mind that I will never forget. A voice in my head, a booming, crystal clear voice said, "Show him love." This voice was resounding. It was instant. It did not repeat itself. It became a part of my being in a way that I've never experienced before. This was the first time I remember hearing the voice of God. I mean, it happened just like that. Getting back to the guy who asked me out on the seasonal owl, I declined him nicely and respectfully. I know that response doesn't necessarily sound loving, but I was not going to lead this guy on, and I quickly ascertained that the interaction with this guy was much more about hearing from God and gaining a budding confidence about a topic that I knew most others around me would not agree with. From this moment on, I had a love for a category of people who were being rejected and vilified. Also, a category of people that I didn't know much about or encounter very often, at least not up until that point. Since then and over the decades, I am a heterosexual Christian male who enjoys interactions and conversations with gay people. I always hope the conversations run long. The talks are rarely boring, and I always feel like there is a purpose in our time together. There is usually a deeper than normal trust and candor that is quickly established as well. Both sides feel comfortable hanging out even when we disagree. And what could we possibly disagree on? Well, there's a few issues there, including the fact that I do not agree with a gay lifestyle from a biblical perspective. The Bible is very clear that sexual relationships outside of a married man and woman are not godly. I'm also very aware that most of my gay friends and acquaintances do not agree with me on this. I do not have all the answers here, and this topic is definitely more complex than I can share within one video. But we should all strive to live according to the Bible, according to God's Word, the best we can, regardless of how we feel and or how we were raised about a particular topic. God and His ways should always come first, and our ways and thoughts come after that, no matter what. We should all feel so fortunate and so blessed that God gave us life for a day, much less a lifetime. Beyond that, everything else should be gravy. And we should all make personal sacrifices daily to please our Creator. And I'm talking about all subjects and all people, gay or not gay. Thank you for watching Holy Vanilla. We would appreciate it if you would hit the subscribe button. Also, if you like what we're trying to do on this video program and would like to support us, click on the link below or go to holyvanilla.com.